Okay, I want to show you how we can graph this inequality and this inequality. In order to graph an inequality, you need to change them to an equation. So let's just change them to an equation and see how we can graph these two lines. In order to graph the lines, for this line, you look at the 5 is your y-intercept. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. Your slope is -2, which is -2/1. It means your rise over run is -2/1. That means that you are going to come down 2 units and then go right 1 unit. So 1, 2 down and 1 unit. So that will be my line. Before moving on to the next equation, let's just graph the inequality now. As you can see on this inequality, we don't have equal sign over here. That means that the line should be a dotted line rather than a bold line. So let's just change it to a dotted line. And then we need to either shade this side or this side of the plane. In order to do that, just pick a test point. The best test point is 0, 0 if your line is not passing through 0, 0. So over here, let me write it down, y less than -2x plus 5, then plug 0 for y and 0 for x and see what happens. Here, this is 0 plus 5 is 5. Is 5 greater than 0? Yes, it is. It means that the side that's covering 0, 0 will be the best side for us. So I'm going to shade this part. We do the exact same thing for this line. That means that we change it to an equation, I already did, and graph the line. How do we graph it? -5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the slope is 3. It means up 3/1. And you graph it. Since it has equality over here, this is actually a bolded line rather than a dotted line. Now I want to check whether I have to shade this part or this part. In order to do that, let's just have a test point, which is 0, 0 again. Let me rewrite the equation again, inequality again. 3x minus 5, 0 greater than or equal to 0 minus 5. This is 0. Is 0 greater than or equal to -5? Of course it is. It means that the side that's covering 0, 0 will be my best side. So that will be the shaded area. Now the answer to this system of inequality will be the side that's shaded by both shades, or the checked part, which is over here, everything over here. Remember, on boundary points, this is acceptable, but over here we have dotted line. It means that the line itself is not acceptable, but this part, the shaded area, is acceptable.